Hey babes! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one of my go-to looks. Warm tone smoky eyeliner, Lollipop smudged lips, and my newest favourite thing, Faux Freckles. So let's get started. Starting off with a cleansed and hydrated face, I'm priming my skin with the illuminating primer from Cover FX. This leaves my skin feeling super soft and glowy. Next, to reduce the appearance of pores and shine in the center of my face, I'm applying the Baby Skin Pore Erasing Primer from Maybelline. For extra glow, I'm using the illuminating drops from Makeup Revolution. This one is in the shade Champagne, and I'm applying that on all the high points of my face that I want to stand out. And I'm just gently blending that in. I'm mixing my foundation with the MAC Cosmetics Strobe Cream to make it less matte and full coverage. So I'm just popping that on first. Next, going in with the NYX Stay Matte Not Flat foundation in the shade Ivory and blending it in with the strobe cream and into my skin. For concealer, I'm using my trusty Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in the shade Ivory and concealing under my eyes and any other places where I want more coverage. For a tiny bit of extra coverage, I also used the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in shade 2 in the same spots. Then just blending that all in with my beauty blender. To keep that in place all day, I'm setting it with a Maybelline Translucent Loose Powder on my eyelids, under my eyes, and in all the places I just concealed.
Every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, if you hadn't run away. Every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight.
For contour, I'm using a small brush and this middle shade from the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette and mapping out where I want my contour to be. Then using these two lighter shades on a bigger fluffy brush, I'm using them to blend that in. I just find that doing it this way gives me a more defined look. Using the two lighter shades in the palette, I'm blending around that contour I just did to make sure it's all seamless and blended. And then just repeating that on the other side. With the same middle shade from before, I'm then contouring around my forehead and under my chin and jaw. Also my nose, chin and Cupid's bow.
If you were me, you would do the then it's safe to say you didn't want me. All you wanted was a game.
For blush, I'm using that same brush and dipping it into this gorgeous blush from Wow Cosmetics in the shade 05. And as usual, I'm going pretty wild with this. I like to use the same brush for contour, blush and bronzer because I feel like it helps them all blend together better. Highlighting with the mineralized skin finish by MAC Cosmetics on all my high points and wherever I want more glow.
You made this work, I made this worse. We fell apart 1,000 times. You moved away, I'm here to stay. I wish I could go back in time.
Moving on to the freckles next, I'm first using this brown shade, Burnt Orange, from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette on a tiny brush that I also dampened, and dotting this here and there all around my nose and cheeks. Make sure you do them very unordered and randomly so that they look natural. Then going over them with my beauty blender. For some darker freckles, I'm using my NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Taupe and dotting this on and around my nose also. To bring everything together and give me a sunburnt look, I'm going over my cheekbones and everywhere I put freckles with this bronzer from MAC Cosmetics. For eyebrows, I'm using the Revolution Duo Brow Pencil on a brush and filling them in with fine strokes. To set them in place, I'm brushing through them with the Rimmel Brow This Way eyebrow gel. To melt all those powders together, I'm using this illuminating setting spray from Revolution. Using a brown eyeliner pencil from Essence, I'm lining my eyes close to the lash line and in my upper waterline. Using a blending brush and the shade Burnt Orange from the same Modern Renaissance palette and sweeping that all over my lid and in my crease. On a smaller, more dense brush, I'm using the same shade to blend out my brown liner from before and winging it out. Also blending it on my lower lash line. Using this darker orange shade called Real Gar on a smaller brush, I'm lining my lash line and winging it out. Basically just darkening what we did before. With this reddy brown shade called Red Ochre, I'm lining very close to my lash line and at the bottom of my wing. I'm making a sort of gradient, getting darker as it gets closer to the lash line. And for the last time, I'm using a tiny bit of this dark brown called Cypress Umber and lining my lid super close to my lashes. Using the big blending brush from before, I'm softening all the edges. curling my lashes,
If I got $1 for every time you slam the
then applying the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara on my top and bottom lashes.
life. If you hadn't run away, every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play.
To do the Lollipop lips, I'm taking this red liquid lipstick from MAC Cosmetics and just lining the inside of my lips with it.
And you side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game.
And blending it out with my fingers, keeping the colour darkest in the centre. It's supposed to be messy, so don't worry if it smudges over the edges a bit. If you feel like you blended it out too much, you can always go back with more lipstick and darker the centre a bit more. You can leave it like this if you want, but because I wanted my lips to look extra smushy, I went over them with this clear gloss from NYX.
$1 for every time you slam the door. I would be the richest girl alive. No, you didn't know me, all you wanted.
And that is this look complete. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Have a great weekend guys, lots of love.
And you side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game. And if you were me, you would do the same. Man, I really love to play. And now that